Joe Pal Firmbark, and today we're going to take a look at Milwaukee's WORKSKIN heated base layer. So this is part of their red lithium 3.7 volt lineup. This is a undergarment. It's going to work best if you wear it directly against your skin. The front part is heated in the chest and also in the back right here. I'll include some photos of what it looks like when it's heated up. As far as sizing goes, I am 5'9" and about 190 pounds as I film this, and you can see that this shirt fits me pretty good. If I was any bigger in the arms, I might need a little bit bigger size shirt, but then I wonder if you run into problems with the sleeve length. The sleeves do have a hole for your thumb, so you go ahead and stick your thumb in there and keep your sleeve from riding up on you, which not ever something I've used myself, but I imagine this would be good if you want to keep your hands inside of like a glove with a gauntlet and you don't want the sleeve riding up on you. I did notice it did help a lot having that in when I was pulling an overshirt over the top of this to keep it from running up your arm while you were putting it on, but basically after that I take the thumb out of the hole and just let it go like that. Included with this shirt, you receive 2 of the 3 amp hour batteries, the wall plug, and a USB to micro USB connector, which is going to allow you to charge your batteries in their charge controller device. Now, if you haven't used one of these before, you're not really big on reading directions, which probably explains why you're watching a YouTube video. This is pretty easy to open up. You just twist it like that and the cap pops off. Putting the battery in is pretty simple. You just locate the white arrow on the battery and you're just going to match it up with the white arrow on the thing and it slides right in. Now, you do have to push down a little bit to get that to click into place, and then you can see with the green indicator that this battery is fully charged. It will also indicate yellow about halfway through the charge and red when the battery is empty. Putting the cap back on the battery is pretty simple. You're just going to line the arrows up again and then pivot this back into its position, and that's all there is to it. Now, having said that, there is one issue that I probably have with this that I'm not real big fan of. It does include 2 batteries, which is nice, but the problem is going to be if you have to do this out in the cold, you're going to have to take the cap off, and then this battery, well, it came out easy this time, but a lot of times this is very difficult to pull out of here and then insert a new battery, which is not going to be that much fun in a cold setting. The battery is going to install in this little pocket on the side of the shirt. It zips open and closed, and your battery is going to fit right in there, and it's just going to plug right into the base, pretty easy. And there is enough space in this pocket for you to go ahead and include a second battery, or if you're lucky enough, another one that's already has a charge controller in it. This does feel a little bulky right here. I kind of got used to it after a while, but if you sit down, you're definitely going to notice that battery that's in there. The other thing is you're pretty much not going to be able to tuck your shirt in if you're the kind of person that likes to tuck your shirt in, because the other problem that I've had a couple times is this button I've pushed up against something like the edge of a table or whatever, and you can actually change the power setting just by brushing up against it. So you thought it was on hot and it goes down to low, or vice versa. There's only 2 settings, high and low, so it's not going to, I don't really notice that much difference in between the 2 settings heat wise. You do get an hour and a half with on the high setting. Turning the shirt on and off is going to be the same as every other piece of heated gear from Milwaukee. You just press that down for a second and you see the red light indicates it's on high, and then you just tap it, well, give it a couple second tap, and now we're on low. And if you want to go back to high, you just hold it down for a second and you're back on high, and then you just press and keep it down to turn it off, which is something you can do too if you're pressed up against something. I've turned it off just leaning against a table, and then I'm like, man, I'm getting cold, and that's just because I pressed the device off while I was leaning against something. I will say that the shirt is very comfortable. It does have doesn't have any seams up in the shoulder. Also, the arms all the way up through the shoulder on both arms are fleece lined. Let me see if I can show you that, but it's really nice to have that nice soft feeling on the inside for your arms. The shirt itself is definitely not a standalone item. You're going to want to wear something over the top of this to maximize the heat. I don't feel hardly any warmth at all just as a shirt alone, but once you put a jacket or a vest over the top to press that heated element into your skin, it really warms up nice. This shirt is machine washable, and I did encounter one troubling thing after I washed it. The cord that you connect to your little charge controller thing had slid through this hole in the pocket, and got itself stuck deep inside the shirt. Obviously I was able to fish it back out, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do to correct this in the future. I'm debating whether or not to sew this hole a little smaller or put a bigger tag on here so it can't fit through that hole. Anyhow, be aware before you go ahead and stick that in the washing machine for the first time that there's a real chance that that will go right down into the shirt, but you will be able to get it out after just a little tiny amount of swearing. Well, that's going to do it for this review of the Milwaukee WORKSKIN heated base layer. Got any questions or comments, please leave them down below in the thinger, and I'll reply to you. Thanks.